Let's check the technology.
We're live.
Okay. All right. So, hello. I think people are here. I think I'm here. Am I here? I think I am here. Um, my brain is slowly coming back into my body because, yes, it is the Easter holidays, and therefore I now have my wonderful, amazing, gorgeous children with me. And that is a wonderful thing, but I will be taking longer to formulate sentences this evening because my brain cells have basically been kind of Amazon primed off to another planet, like super quick delivery. The brain cells just seem to go instantly, pretty much from the minute I wake up in the holidays. So, everything is kind of coming back. I'm going to give you a little bit of a piano vibe here to get us all in a dreamlike state at 8:30 in the evening. Last time I did my live stream, it was great fun, and I made the huge mistake of not really drinking. So I've amended that this week. Look, and I'm showing you the joys of sloe gin and tonic. Who knew, people? Sloe gin has been like a thing that I sip over ice at Christmas. But this Christmas we had more alcohol than we had people because of lockdown. So I have sloe gin left over, and my very nice friend Sam the other night was mentioning how she loves her fruit gin, and I said, well, I do like my sloe gin, but do you have it with tonic? She said yes. So I came home from that walk in the countryside and I thought, it's time to try this. And it's basically slightly bitter alcoholic Ribena, which is basically the best thing ever. Can't even speak, I only had a few sips, people. So this is my drink tonight. I'm hoping it will mean that I sing more songs freely and don't talk as much, but it's obviously not going that way so far. So sloe gin, cheers to everyone. Grab your vino, or if you're being healthy, have a nice glass of water. Feel good. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. And we've got the Easter weekend coming, and rules are relaxing a bit about what we can do. So that feels like we're coming out of some kind of dark ages. So that's been quite nice for everyone, and a bit of sunshine always makes people in the UK go a bit nuts. And then kind of project this whole idea of summer that we never have. In the sense of like, yes, I'm going to get everything out in my garden because I will be hosting and having parties every day now till the end of August. And then, of course, reality hits kind of like end of June, beginning of July. But I, for one, have been fully embracing it. As you can see, I have topped up my tan yesterday and the day before when it was very hot. And yeah, it's kind of put everyone in a lovely mood. So, you need some music, don't you? Shut up, Ange. So, the first tune I'm going to be releasing in a couple of weeks, kind of, I'm hoping end of May, beginning of June, is a tune I wrote a while ago, not too long ago, about 2 years ago. It's called Yes to This, and it was something I wrote very easily one night coming back from a gig. It was one of those ones that kind of just all the lyrics kind of spilt out, and I was kind of listening to some kind of rap-based stuff at the time. I say rap-based. And it was just like I was listening to like a bunch of songs that were kind of quite fast-paced, kind of conversational vocals, and I just came up with all these kind of lyrics. And then, as you do, you put it on the phone and you kind of come back to it at some point and go, "Oh yeah, I wrote that. When did I write that? What's that? Brilliant! I've got an idea for a song." So I basically started mucking around with some chords, making it quite just really simple chords. Now, those of you that know me well will know I love my jazz, and I love like jazz harmony, and that can sometimes involve quite complicated chord progressions and things. And this one just felt like the density of the vocal line, the lyrics. I wanted to put something quite simple underneath, so I came up with this kind of very nice kind of 4-chord groove. I say very nice. I mean, I'll just congratulate myself there briefly. It's chords based on chords that have been around for a very long time, but I like the sequence. And then I got together to kind of run it with the guys who ended up being my amazing band that I recorded my tunes with. And by that point, I decided, well, obviously, I can't just be happy with 4 simple chords and a nice kind of running melody. So I have to put it in odd time. Now, odd time is like the time signature where things don't feel completely straight. So you're counting things in like 5 or 7. as opposed to like standard time. I'm being very geeky here. Standard times, like, you know, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, or you're 1, 2, 3. And this one, I wanted it to feel quite lilting because it's the lyrics are about kind of that person that comes into your life, and you're not aware that person actually means as much to you as you eventually realise they do. And so it's kind of like a friendship that turns into love, and it's kind of got that slight uncertainty of like someone going, okay, you've kind of come along, I wasn't expecting you in my life, and this is kind of something that could be quite a big deal actually. And you know, you've worn down my defences and you've kind of crept into my heart, and how the hell did that happen? So that's what this tune is called, and it's what it's about. It's called Yesterdays. It's about saying yes to that love in your life. And for me, it's been a really great descriptor for how I've felt about my whole songwriting journey, especially the last couple of years. I've really wanted to step out and present my work to a wider audience. So in many ways, I feel like I've also said yes to this in terms of the process of being a songwriter and recording my tunes and releasing them, which is soon to happen. So when the EP is released, it will be under this name as well, Yes to This. So this song can mean many things. So here goes, trying to play it solo. And if you're lucky, you'll get a little sample of the band version in a minute. You can hear kind of how it's shaping up. All right. Let me speak easy for ease of clarification. See, your existence represents a slight complication. Oh, I wasn't looking for a mate for my soul. Didn't need no one to make me feel whole. Didn't need to walk down the street holding hands. Didn't need to find the yin to my yang. Didn't need to be completed. Most of prior loves left me depleted. See, what I'm trying to figure out is how you managed to get underneath my skin. Thought I locked the door, but then you let yourself in. Don't know what to do with this, oh my God, baby, I don't know where to begin. So I think I'll start by saying yes. I'm saying, oh, I'm just saying yes to this. Yes, I'm saying yes, yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes, yes, yes. I've had some fake, some real imitations. Taught my heart to love with the limitations, but you came along somehow and settled inside. I had no reasons left or places to hide. See, what I'm trying to figure out is how you managed to get underneath my skin. Thought I'd lock the door, but then you let yourself in. Don't know what to do with this, oh my God, baby, I don't know where to begin. So I think I'll start by saying yes. I'm saying, oh, I'm saying yes to this. Yes, I'm saying yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes. Yes, yes. Oh, 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 just saying yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes. 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 So yeah, that was my tune Yes to This, which is going to be the first single to be released in literally a few, well, kind of end of May, so just less than 2 months away. There's quite a lot going into it being the first single from the EP. There's a lot to do to get it all set up, but the mix is nearly finished and it's sounding so good. Oh, look at my little comments. Let's look at all my lovely comments here. Thanks, guys, those of you that are watching. Hi, Anne. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Bruno. Hi. Let's see who else I've got here, because I know some people are watching this and they can't comment. So hello to all you lovely people that are watching. You can log in for comments if you have a Gmail account, I think. You can sign up into YouTube. But I hope if you're there, you're just having a lovely time. And so, yeah, so that was Yes to This. And I'm going to try and get my producer, aka husband, to come in, because I want these live streams to also give you a little bit of a hint of how things are sounding, how the process has been. So we tracked this in East Coast Studios, and this was one that I decided to do on the Fender Rhodes, which, you know, has a kind of, is an electronic vintage kind of keyboard, and it, you know, it's used a lot in kind of everything nowadays actually, but it was in its heyday, you know, used in so many different ways in the kind of 70s, particularly. It's just got a beautiful kind of rounded electronic tone, but it's still got real presence. So it sounds a bit different than on the piano. So I've added little piano touches, and it was done with my wonderful band. Jason Ray's on bass, Marco Quarantotto on drums, and Filippo Ferrazzoli on guitar, and me on the Fender Rhodes that they had at the wonderful East Coast Studios. So we're going to play you a little bit of the mix in the hope that you can hear it with the full band. Let's try this. Oh, and BV's, obviously, the chorus of Ange that you get on every tune at the moment on the EP. Let's try it. Let's see if it works. Let me speak simply for ease of clarification. You see, your existence represents a slight complication. What was I looking for? Made for my soul. Didn't need no one to make me feel whole. Didn't need to walk down the street holding hands. Didn't need to find the end to my end. Didn't need to be completed. Most prior loves left me depleted. See, what I'm trying to figure out is how you managed to get underneath my skin. Don't lock the door, but then you let yourself in. Don't know what to do with this, oh my God, baby, I don't know where to begin. So I think I'll start by saying yes. I'm saying, oh, I'm saying yes to this, yeah. I'm saying yes, yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes, yes, yes. I've had some fakes and real imitations. Trained my heart to love within limitations. So you get an idea there. Okay. Sorry, technology. Look at me, technology. So yeah, you get a kind of idea. I'm going to get my producer back. You get an idea, but I don't want to give all the goods away. And also, I don't know how great the sound will be for you guys, but you can hear just the vibe of the band. My producer's gone on a sabbatical, but I need him back. Here, the door is opening. This is in our little home studio. We feel very fortunate to have this set up. So yeah, that's how it's sounding, guys. Oh, let's see these comments. Let's see. Oh, hello, Chrissy. Hi. Hi, Emmy. Hello. I'm very proud, actually. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm very proud as to how this is shaping up. And my lovely friend Charlie Thomas has been doing the engineering. He's a great producer and he does songwriting as well. And that's the thing about a project like this is that you're forced. I mean, there are people that can do most of the production and everything themselves, and I've definitely done quite a lot myself. But I have found real support and beauty in, using that connection that we can have with others who really know their craft really well, mixing engineers, musicians, even friends of mine that are just giving me little bits of advice as to how they've released their music. Like all these things, it really makes you feel supported and able to kind of forge on the path that you want to forge on. And, I feel really grateful for that, I've got my lovely friend Charlie stepping in to do the mix, and we have this amazing communication. I can tell him kind of, I want a bit more level on the piano here, or I want the voice to kind of come through a bit more at this point in the song. And like all those things, they're all quite subtle things, but they end up giving me back the song that I hear in my head, but also elevating it because someone else has brought their talent to the project. So it's super exciting. And of course, you start with an idea, and you hope that some of that will still be there and recognisable in the finished version. And it really is. It feels like I can really stand by the way these songs are sounding. So I'm just super, super excited. I cannot wait to release that one and kind of get the ball rolling on the songs that, will be taking out, their little place in the world for the rest of this year. So a lot of you know I'm on Facebook, and a lot of you will be chiming in today from seeing my notice on Facebook. My social media needs a little bit of work, but I thank you guys for tuning in and being here. And I did ask for a few requests, and because of time I want to give everyone a chance to just have a little bit of Ange, and then have a little bit left of your evening. So I had a couple of requests this week, and for me the art of asking for requests is to give something back to all those lovely people who support me, but also to kind of give me the challenge of learning a new song and then trying to put my own spin on it. And I had a few lovely suggestions this week, and I wanted to do a few of them, and then I got completely insanely addicted to one of them, which was the least likely one from the list I thought I would do. And well, you can always make another version of it and reimagine it and still feel like you have that connection to that song. And so my lovely friend Anne is this week's winner on Request Ange week. I don't know why I have to put on an American accent. It's not even a good American accent, so apologies to any American friends watching. But Anne gave me a couple of choices. I had a great Tracy Chapman tune suggested by my friend Dawn as well. Dawn, I'm coming back to that on another live stream. But I just wanted to do the song I took on this week justice, and I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with this one. And I won't lie, at first I was like, gosh, that's an interesting one to cover. And then I started playing around with it and was like, oh, this is really beautiful. So it's a lovely song. And my friend Anne, she loves lots of films and musical theatre. And if she wasn't married and having 3 kids with her lovely husband James, I think she would possibly try and propose to Lin-Manuel Miranda. And aside from being a genius writer, he's just been so prolific, and I think pre-Hamilton a lot of people didn't realise just how much he has done as a writer, as a songwriter. And so he wrote quite a lot of songs to the most of the songs actually to the Disney film Moana, which my kids love and I love. I love the whole concept of the film, and I love this particular song. It's called How Far I'll Go. I'll try not to cock it up because I've been playing it all week. My daughters will tell you I've been kind of obsessed with it. And I love the message of the song, which is Moana's, she's trying to go and do something right for the people on her island, but she's hemmed in by this feeling of what she should do and her responsibilities and what she's seen to be there to do and her duty and where her heart is. And as I was doing this song, it made me feel very much like that's a universal message for many of us. And it felt very personal to me because, it took me a long time to find my way to music, which is my passion, as opposed to kind of my first career, which was being a lawyer, and being the responsible daughter and doing the right things that I thought would please the people around me instead of maybe following my heart. So I just found this song beautiful on so many levels. So I will try to give you my little Ange version, and I'm working on this. I've really enjoyed this song this week, and it's kind of obliterated any other requests that people made. So apologies for that. Let's try and do this. I will make mistakes, that is guaranteed, and I'm going to have to read the lyrics a bit. So excuse me if I'm, looking down a little bit. Okay, where are we? I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every track I take, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, but no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how far it goes, and it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross the line, and the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind and the sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go, how far I'll go, how far I'll go, how far I'll go. So there you go, Anne. That was from my lovely friend Anne. Yeah, a lot of beauty in that song, and yeah, I just love it. Yeah, it's like woo! I just think it's gorgeous. So yeah, that's been a little bit jazzed up by me, and it's been really fun doing it. So there's a whole little arrangement now that's come from that, and I've just really enjoyed it. So for the next live stream, I'll continue with the with getting the requests, because it's really good.
A small adjustment to the sound. We're getting different sound.
Okay, we're just going to adjust the sound because my producer has told me there's a slight issue with sound.
Keep talking.
Okay, we're just going to check the levels. Was that too loud then?
No, just I think we're getting the sound through a different source.
Oh, right, okay. I love it. I love it. Good old Lin-Manuel Miranda. What a clever boy, and has done very well. And I suppose some of you have been lucky enough to have seen Hamilton when it actually came out, and then everyone else has basically watched it on Disney Plus. And if you're me, you'll just wait for it to open and just try and get a ticket through their lottery system, which can work. We got tickets to Matilda the musical through their lottery system. Really great ticket. So I'm like holding on to that, unless of course I get that cover nailed, send it to Lynn and just be like, can you just get me a ticket to come and see Hamilton, please? And can I meet you and possibly move in with you and your family afterwards? I don't think he'd have a problem with that. Hopefully that'll be totally normal and professional and happens to him all the time. And he seems like a very generous man, so let's hope. I mean, how amazing would that be? I could just be singing songs back to him every day and going, hey man, like I can give you some songwriting tips if you want. I'm sure he'd take that on very well. So yeah, how far I'll go. So I'm going to do a couple more tunes before I stop for the evening, and I'm going to do quite a funky one now. It's one of the ones on the EP. Some will know it. It's quite an old one of mine, called Split. Are we good to go, producer?
Yeah, something's not working quite as it should, but you know what?
Apparently the sound is I'm apologising in advance if for some reason the sound isn't quite working. And there's a little sticky note on our keyboard. You kind of hit it and it sticks, and of course it's the D, and this song is in D minor. So we'll see how that goes. Can I start? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Could it be the main thing I turned up? I was a bit naughty? Okay. He's not telling me what's wrong, so I'm now even more worried.
That's fine. They can hear you, but I think coming to the mic, it probably is the computer that's actually capturing sound.
So my microphone isn't apparently working.
Well,
that's good.
Yeah, so it's fine.
It's not fine, is it?
It's not.
It's not fine if my
not
microphone's
ideal.
not working. No, it's
Not
not ideal. You've been hearing my voice through the computer. So yeah, let's see if we can fix it. And I'm going to look at the chat while you're trying to fix it. I'm getting some love here. Thank you, guys. Oh, cheers, Anne. I thought you'd like it. I did work quite hard on it, and it was really funny because I played that How Far I Go to the girls, and of course they know that song inside out, and like there was just kind of silence and just no comment, and like your kids can be really harsh critics sometimes, and I was like, I just don't think they got it. They were just like, yeah, that's the song, but what it kind of sounds different. And you're like, yes, it sounds different. That's the whole point. But then I've played it kind of all the time, most days this week. And now they love it. And they're just like, yeah, mum. And they can sing along because they've recognised that, yes, this is the song. You can sing it. And in honour of that, they actually watched Moana today for probably the 126th time. So, thanks, Sean. Hello. So it was quite funny having that moment of just like, do you like my cover? What do you think of it? And it's just like, yeah, thanks. Let's hope the music press are kinder than my children. So we should be working now. All right, good. Okay, so this is a funky one, and it's called Split. All right, guys. Husband's going out, door is opening, door is closing. Okay, that's how it works here. I said before that I do better than a man that didn't know. I told myself I'd learn faster to recognize where not to go, but still I chose you. But still I chose you. Don't do this without a bass player, Ange. When you see me cry, you don't say a thing to dry my eyes. But when she calls you at home, you got plenty of talk going on. You believe your heart is split, a slice for each of us is fine. You make my love a joke, and she's your fantasy. She's wine that you can drink and never get sick, 'cause all you take is little sips, yeah. She's not the everyday hum, the humdrum that I've become. And so you're telling me you're split. Oh, you're split. Oh, you're split. While I lay there by your side, she calls the hope of a quick goodnight. Kiss and tell with a human toy, while I lay naked with you, boy. Ready to share with you real love, but you're not willing to believe your heart's inside a wall, and it won't hear my loving call. No, 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 no. Oh, you're split. Oh, you're split. Oh, you're split. Oh, you're split. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't say it's physical when you get hard just looking at me. You can't say it's mental when I challenge you beyond your wildest dreams. You can't say it's got potential when you left it once for another girl. You can't say it's ever gonna be the same now that I've lightened up your world. So this is how you survive the pain. You shoot it up into your veins and rest in melancholy while your young heart yearns to be free. And all I can do is make more rules to stop me loving selfish fools who waste my sweet hellos with something less fine and mellow. Oh, you're split. You're split. You're split. Yeah, 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 yeah. Split. You're split. Oh, you're split. You're split. So yeah, that was Split, a tale of someone who has two loves, one of which is you. You do not want to be singing that song, people. You may have sung that song in the past. And note to self, don't ever try and do that without your band when you've got so used to the recorded version, which sounds awesome. The recorded version's awesome, I have to say, because it's just, we kind of went with a whole thing. Just to tell you a bit about it, like this song's been knocking around for a while. I wrote it a long time ago. Anarchy songs are insanely quick at taking form. It was like a day of like, let's just be out, I'm annoyed about a situation, I'm just going to spit it out onto the page and just write all the lyrics. And the whole thing, it was one of those where the whole thing just kind of, you know, you almost don't remember how it came about. It was a splurge. It was like, you know, a brain fart, whatever. It was just like, whew, there it is. And it was like, wow. And so I did it for years in quite a funky way. And actually the intro I gave you is an intro from our older version. And we always used to do it quite fast when I did it live. And it'd be like, but then it was like, you're split, you're split. And it just obviously didn't vibe. And I always kind of liked the Jill Scott D'Angelo vibe kind of on it. So when we did it, we tried it out when we were I was thinking about which tunes I might like to go into the studio and record. And it was great because I was like, I kind of want that cruising together feel that D'Angelo has. So I kind of went with that eighth note. So instead of going, you know, and kind of being a bit kind of sparky, which sounds good on a live gig, but when you listen to a tune with that all the way through, it's a bit heavy. And I have tried to record it previously, and it just never quite happens. And we just came up with this really beautiful riff, which you'll hear on the final version. And it's just that kind of... I did it too fast tonight. You know, it's got this vibe. And then there's lots of BVs like... And it's all layered up, and it's all me in this room going a bit nuts on my backing vocals and being like, yeah, I'm going to do these like insane over the top, like triple tracked backing vocals over it. So that one's going to be really cool, and I don't get any extra money for doing 100 million backing vocals. I'll get the same as the guitarist and the drummer and the bass player, who probably feel quite good about that, because I just decided to go and track like loads and loads of vocals, and that's just how it works. With things. So I was like, oh, am I going to get paid more from the 5 people that buy this tune? Apparently not. But who cares? Because it's going to be so cool to have these tunes out. So I'm coming to the end of my live stream rambling. I love you all for tuning in. Let me see who else is here. Les Fine. I know, Les. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, Les, my sweet hellos with something less fine and mellow. Exactly. There are naughty lyrics and my daughter's watching, so I won't go into the details of that on the bridge. You can hear it when you buy the tune. Ka-ching, ka-ching. So this last tune I wanted to do tonight, it is a ballad. I thought I'll leave you in a restful phase, but I'm going to have some slow tunes. Because it's that time, people, where live stream gigs, you basically log on, see people play, chat and drink. That's how it is for us. And this is quite a sad song. It came from a sad place, and I think it's important to have songs that connect us to those moments in our life that are quite hard. And it came out of a huge and very deep loss for me, and I couldn't quite find the way to write the song to totally describe everything I was feeling. So I put it into a slightly different form story-wise, but that still kind of resonated to me. And I kind of feel very connected to lots of different types of music, but I have really fallen in love with a lot of kind of Nashville-based singer-songwriters and kind of some of the kind of modern kind of country pop writers and balladic, or rather, I was going to balladic. Can you say that, Ange? But you know, the slow songs. I love a good piano ballad. I always have done. And so I kind of imagine this with like maybe like a little kind of lap steel guitar or something going on in the background. And it has quite an open texture to it, and it's called My Side. So this is My Side by me. Okay. Sleep on my side, lying so still. I can't turn my head to the place that you left, and I try not to twist and see the space where you breathed. Everything that I had was shared out for two. Now everything that is left is for me without you. And the friends, they won't come to share this dark anymore. But when I close my eyes and think of you, then I feel your lips warm me through, and your tender touch could wake this sleep. But when morning comes, I'm drowning deep. I walk out the door, I still turn back to say all those mundane reminders you'd forget in the day. But the silence I hear is now a deafening roar. But when I close my eyes and think of you, then I feel your lips warm me through, and the tender touch could wake this sleep. But when morning comes, I'm burning deep, burning deep. I'll live this skin, breathing you in. Oh, time won't erase you, love. I'll keep you here with me, right on my side. Asleep on my side, lying so still, I can't turn my head to the place that you left, and I try not to twist and see the space where you breathed. So yeah, that was my side. A tune I wrote a few years ago. And excitingly, I'm going to be working on a bunch of tunes, a bit like including that one, to put a much more kind of acoustic project together after my lovely EP comes out later this year. I'm actually working with a very good friend of mine, my friend Nick Peeney, who's going to help me produce a really kind of acoustic, mellow set of songs that I've written, including that one, because I do love it, and I really want that one to fly out. I know it's something that speaks to people that have been through loss and grief, and it's one of those, isn't it? It's a bit of a whoo kind of song. So yes, everyone, I am closing my little live stream now. Apologies, I've had a few technical things happening today, but I still am really, really grateful that you've tuned in to watch and given lovely comments and just been really supportive and gorgeous. So yes, I'm very much wanting to keep doing this. I will be back again in 2 weeks' time, and I will have eaten all the chocolate, so we will see how that is. And I'll be putting stuff out on my Facebook. My artist page on Facebook is Pokkisham, Pokkisham. If you've enjoyed the gig and you want to just support some of what I've been talking about for my project and everything that's kind of coming forward this year, I do have a little virtual tip jar. Feel free to top it up if you so wish. That's paypal.me/Pokkisham Music. It's on my YouTube channel information. But obviously, I do this because I love it and I just want to connect with people and make sure everyone's having just a bit of a nicer time with everything else that's going on this year. So please message me, get in touch. I hope you've enjoyed some of the songs you've heard tonight. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks with your drinks. So get cocktail making, people. Work out what's your live stream cocktail going to be to come and join me again in 2 weeks. And I will see you then. Lots of love and thank you again. This has been just lovely for me to connect with you and play to you all. Mwah! See you in 2 weeks. Bye.